China's restrictions are throttling the economy. China has the largest purchasing power parity and has achieved rapid economic growth and development in recent decades, transforming itself from a largely agrarian society into a major industrial and world trading nation. In 2021, the World Bank estimated that China's GDP was around 25.5 trillion. The giant's economy is driven by a combination of factors, including a large and growing population, a rich supply of natural resources, a highly skilled and educated labor force, and a government that has pursued policies that have encouraged economic development. China is a major exporter and has a significant role in global trade, and is also home to a number of major multinational corporations. However, the second largest economy in the world is facing a severe economic decline due to the COVID-19 restrictions put in place by the government. It is the last large country still struggling with the pandemic. Why is China still struggling with the pandemic? Well, China has prohibited the import of foreign-made vaccines, including the mRNA versions, which are believed to be more effective. Instead, it has relied on domestically developed vaccines based on an inactivated virus, which health experts believe are not as effective as the mRNA vaccines. The country's hesitancy to accept foreign vaccines from the United States is a large part of the reason why the country is still struggling with the pandemic. There is concern and frustration among experts that China's government missed an opportunity to expand its healthcare system and develop new vaccines and treatments during the early years of the pandemic when the country was largely virus-free. As a result, China is now facing an almost inevitable large outbreak with significantly fewer resources than other countries. While the government has built entire COVID hospitals and quarantine centers within days, China has fewer than 5 intensive care beds per 100,000 people, compared to almost 30 in Taiwan, and more than 10 in South Korea and Thailand. How zero COVID restrictions affecting China's economy? A major threat to China's economy is reduced consumer spending. Consumer spending is a crucial economic indicator because it reflects consumers' overall confidence in a country's economy. When consumer confidence is high, it generally leads to increased consumer spending in the market. Governments and businesses use consumer confidence to get an insight on how consumers perceive the economy. The inability of Chinese consumers to engage in transactions or spend money is significantly hindering the growth of the powerhouse that is China. Retail sales growth decreased in September of 2022, and a survey of small and medium-sized businesses revealed that the accommodation and catering industry was particularly affected by the downturn due to the prolonged lockdowns. Zero COVID restrictions have placed most of the population under house arrest in the hopes of defeating the pandemic. Currently, this policy has led to frustrated citizens protesting against the restrictions. In populated cities like Shanghai, Beijing, and Chengdu, there are heated protests against the policy and the credibility of a single-party system of ruling. To sum it up, President Xi Jinping's zero COVID restrictions were effective at keeping the mortality rate from the pandemic significantly low compared to the other large countries. However, these same restrictions have gone on for way too long, and the country's economy is suffering for it. So, there you have it. That is how the current situation of China's economy and the factors responsible for its decline. Let us know in the comments section if you have thoughts about the strict policies put in place by Xi Jinping. Should he give up the policy and request for more effective vaccines used by other large countries to curb the spread of this deadly disease? If you've enjoyed watching this video, don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe, and turn on post notifications to get early access to economic and financial news.